Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're having a good day. Good day for me. Good day for me. Um, let's talk about this here. I decided to revisit uh, Stronger with You Freeze. Um, my original first impression. I think I've already done a video on it. Well, I didn't hate it. It really wasn't my favorite fragrance. Let's see if my opinions have changed on it. That's the fun part about fragrances. You can wear something, and then even weeks, months, years later, come back to it and think, oh, I really liked it when you didn't really care for it at first. And it's been a solid at least a year, I think, since I've worn this or close to it. And I decided let's go back to it. It's a little cooler today. Still a nice day, but this is a little too heavy for I think the middle of summer. It's a little too sweet, but we'll get into that. But for a perfect spring day with a nice breeze, ocean breeze, kind of seems what this fragrance is designed for, right? In terms of seasonality. Um, so let's see if my opinions have changed on this. Stronger with You by Giorgio Armani Freeze. Um, First off, I'd like to say I think this is discontinued. If it is, I'm sorry. I did have a quick look online just to see, and well, a lot of places have it listed. They're out of stock, and it looks like they've been out of stock for a while. So I went to the all knowing, all powerful eBay to see what people were charging for it, and I've seen them 200, 250, 300, 400 plus dollars for a bottle. So I'm guessing when you get into them prices, this has been discontinued. Um, I will say nothing's worth $300, $400 a bottle. I can't imagine spending that. Uh, but I mean, it's your money. You do what you do, boo. You want to spend it, go right ahead. But um, wouldn't be me. I'll tell you that. Not on this anyway, for sure. So and saying that, uh, I'm just really. Seems to be a very popular fragrance, and a lot of people like it. And I've always been like, what am I missing? And I do that with fragrances a lot. Like fragrances that everybody likes, and I just don't. And it's like, what am I missing? Is there something I'm missing? Uh, is my nose broken? Which some of you say it is. I mean, but I mean, we all like what we like, right? And that's the thing with me. I'm not going to come on here and give you the cookie cutter, what I think everybody wants to hear, what the companies want to hear. I'm never going to do that. If I like something, I don't care if everybody hates it. I'm going to tell you I like it. If I don't like it and everybody likes it, I'm going to tell you the truth. A lot of times, though, with fragrances, I kind of fall in the middle. Not really hating on anything, but not really overly loving anything either you know, that's hyped. And I'm just going to tell you the truth. That's just my personal opinion. It's a personal opinion, so don't feel attacked if you love this fragrance and I hate it, or you hate this fragrance and I love it. Whatever fragrance it is, don't feel attacked. It's not an attack on you. It's a personal thing. Scent is one of the most personal things in the world, right? And we've all got different loves and likes and hates, and so yeah, I'm gonna keep 100, homie. I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I'm not giving you like I said, cause I'm not attacking anybody but it seems on YouTube a lot of fragrance viewers, and other places now like TikTok, especially TikTok, ridiculous. But they come on and they give you almost the corporate spew, right? This is a great fragrance because this has this in it, and you can smell this, and it smells this, and thumbs up, and instead of just being real, like, it's alright, it sucks, I don't like it, and then I don't know if they're afraid to get backlash from you guys, the internet. I could care less. I don't know any of this, so if you like me, you like me. You don't, you don't. This is the way you get. Or if they're afraid they're going to get like blacklisted from companies. Um, I don't get shit for free from companies anyway, but even if I did, I'd still, I'd probably be on the blacklist because I'm going to tell you what I want to tell you, and they probably wouldn't like that. So maybe that's it. Maybe they just, you know, taking the safe corporate route. Um, I'm never going to take that route. A lot of companies would hate me. Probably, if they knew about me, they'd hate me. So, yeah, let's get into it. Like I said, Strong With You Freeze. Now that I've rambled for like 5 minutes. Um, some of the notes: vanilla, ginger, citrus, apple, amberwood, lavender, and the glacé note, which is just like a glazed chestnut, sugary chestnut. Um, so when you put it on, I'm immediately hit with the ginger, citrus, and apple, followed pretty closely by that glazed chestnut. And it's very sugary, fruity, very bubblegummy sweet with a hint of the nutty earthiness. And yeah, yeah, it's just not a big fan of that. Um, yeah. Now the fresh spice of the ginger, you definitely get that too. Honestly, this and it gives it that strong, popping, effervescent kind of thing that ginger does right off the top. The ginger and citrus combo is very cooling, very refreshing. Hence the name Freeze. That's where the name's coming from. It is almost an icy feel for 5 or 10 minutes though, and then it kind of starts doing its thing. But for that first 5 or 10 minutes, the name Freeze is pretty appropriate actually. Does have a nice cooling effect. The ginger, mostly ginger and citrus, give it that cooling effect, and it is icy. Really, is the best way I can describe it. Um, the mid though, it keeps that sweetness, and a fresh, clean, ever so slightly powdery lavender comes out, which is my favorite part, of course, because I love that clean, fresh, powdery lavender vibe. Always have. Uh, does work well with the sweetness. Still a little too sweet to my liking, but the lavender is really nice lavender in this fragrance. Like one of the better lavenders I've smelled, and it's unfortunate for me that it's overshadowed by that fruity, sugary bomb because it's a beautiful lavender, beautiful lavender. Into the base, most prominent thing I pick up is the amberwood. It's like a synthetic type scent molecule. It's not real. There's no amber tree that I'm aware of anyway. And that kind of just gives it a bit of a warm, that indiscernible woods kind of vibe. And there's some vanilla in there. Actually, a good dose of vanilla in there. And that's kind of the base. So at the end of the day, I guess, what is the fragrance? It's a fresh, uber bubblegummy, fruity, sweet, woody, modern, masculine scent. Uh, it's designed to be pleasing to the masses, sweet, again, fresh, woody, all that's what as inoffensive and pleasing as possible. Uh, done by corporations who want to sell the most, and I have no problem with that. My goodness, no, please make your money. But there's not a lot of inspired here, and not that I'm a big fragrances art guy and everything's got to be inspired, but I like a little bit of inspiration. And this is kind of, I don't know how to say it. They took, hey, we've got the Stronger With You. Let's type it into AI and see if AI can make it a little more modern and fresh. And so it was all computer generated almost. And as you can tell from this review before, I'm not a big fan of it. I don't know what I'm missing. Um, it really does smell of like fruity bubblegum to me for the most part. And I'm not a big fan of that. I don't think that's very masculine. You can have some, of course, but I don't think it's a very masculine smell. It's a very pleasing smell, which brings me to I like the smell of it. It's a nice, for me it would be more of an air freshener type vibe, a car air freshener or something. It's fruity, it's sweet, it's nice. It's just for me, it's not a good fragrance. On a woman, it might be a little too masculine for a woman because it does have some masculine vibes. Like I said, the spices, the woods, and all that stuff is a little more masculine. But I could see a lady pulling it off. But for me, it's more just a nice in the air kind of smell, right? For you want to freshen up your room or your car or something like that. Let's get into how I applied it, how it worked. I put two in my moisturizer, two on my neck, one on my shirt, one in each creak of the elbow. Great performer. Stronger with you. It's a great performer. You know, got a couple hours, pretty good projection. Really good for the first half hour or so when that ginger and citrus is popping. Like beast mode, tell you the truth. And then it comes in, good 4 hours of a nice solid bubble. You'll pick up whiffs and wafts. You'll leave a trail. You know, people will know you've been in a room. But an hour, it's a decent skin scent, then it's a light skin scent time to reapply. So you're looking at, 7.5, 8 hours. It's not bad. Not bad at all for that. But to get back into what I think I don't like about it is, but the stronger with you DNA is here, the vanilla, the chestnut, the woods, the warmth, some of the spice, it's all there. But where Strong With You is a warm, nutty, sweet, sexy gourmand. This takes that DNA and freshens it up and adds a sugary, sweet vibe to it. That the Strong With You DNA, it just doesn't work. That DNA to me is meant to be not as loud. It's still Strong With You, still a strong fragrance, don't get me wrong, but more of, like I said, this alluring, sweet, especially intensely and absolutely, though it's this warm, sweet, almost cuddle buddy type fragrance, intimate type fragrance. And it just doesn't, that DNA, the Stronger With You DNA, doesn't work well freshened up. It shouldn't be freshened up. The freshest that DNA should be is the original Stronger With You, which isn't a fresh scent, but it isn't quite as dark and sexy and mysterious as Intensely or Absolute. And yeah, it just, I wish I could say I liked it. I've worn it a few times now. I don't dislike it. Like I said, it's not something that I'd wear, but ooh, that stinks. It's more just kind of, you know. It's another sweet bubblegum fragrance. Nothing to write home about. And but most people seem to like it. A lot of people love this fragrance, and I know a lot of you are probably going to spend the $200, $300, $400, $500 for a bottle. I think it's a bit of a waste of money. There's lots of fragrances out there that I think are better, that do it better. You want that sweet, fresh kind of woody vibe. Polo 67 is pretty good. YSL YSL Live, even the Invictuses are to me are better than this. That Stronger With You, like I said, that DNA just doesn't merit itself to being sugary, sweet, fresh. It should be sweet, like I said, but more the vanilla, the booze, the smoky chestnut kind of sweet, not juicy fruit. So, yeah, not juicy fruit bubblegum. So for me, it just doesn't work, guys. And, it's not a personal attack, like I said, on you. You like it, fine. But I do know that a lot of people do like it because, again, going to the compliment factor, it's through the roof. Let's be real, it's through the roof. 3 compliments, all from the ladies at the coffee shop, and they all said it smells really good. I smelled really good. So, it's going to get you. It does what it does well. That's the thing. And I'm aware of that. And if I ever wanted straight compliments, I could see me I want compliments today. Throwing on half a dozen sprays of this and going out to the pub. It will work. I just feel, for me, it's a little too youthful, a little too bubblegummy, and it just doesn't mix well with the darker aspect of that Stronger With You DNA. It just doesn't. So, But it's a personal thing. Tell me what you think. Have you liked it? Have you tried it? Do you like it? Would you spend the $300+ on a bottle of it? If you would, mine's for sale. So, um, yeah, all right, guys. Hope I didn't make anybody mad, but again, like I said at the start of the video, it is what it is, and I'm gonna give you my 100% honest opinion about something, whether it's popular or not. All right, guys. Peace, love, be good to each other, and be good to yourselves.